Before we start this video and get into anything, I have some explaining to do. I have some explaining to do about this. I have some explaining to do about everything. Um this is a trade recap, so we will also be going over the trades I decided to take today. But first things first, let's take one big deep breath for your boy Dan. This is exactly what I did this morning before I traded. So just like a monk, bro. All right, we gotta relax. All right. Regardless, we blew the first ever funded account today. I'm gonna go over exactly why it happened. I was kind of in control. I almost did all or nothing on the funded account. I almost knew that it was gonna blow, and I'll go over exactly my reasoning behind it and everything. So, obviously, you guys know with Top Step that it's a monthly charge that occurs for a funded account. You get charged for the exact same amount that you paid for it every single month, regardless if you passed it or regardless if you're in drawdown. I was coming up to that point, and my maximum loss limit was already under 1,000. I think if you guys like go look at yesterday's video, I think it might have been at like 1,200 or whatever. But regardless, my charge was coming up again. The way I pay my $50 every single month, and I basically decided, hey, I see a decent opportunity go long. We're gonna full port this hoe, and we're gonna see what happens. Unfortunately, I blew the account. I was gonna actually record it for a video. I mean, it was just a full port anyways. I didn't really care what happened. I was gonna reset the account anyway, so might as well just blow it. You pay the exact same price anyways, so it is what it is. Because anyways, when you blow the account, the only way to get the account back is by resetting it. So this is now our second funded account that we are on, that you see here in the background. We ended up taking 3 trades today. We took one loss, and then 2 break evens, no wins on the day. So it is quite unfortunate. We are starting this account off to a bad start. But once again, I do not care. I am managing my risk a lot better than I was on my previous account. I finally know what to risk, and that last account did teach me a lot in how I'm going to be trading going forward. But also at the same time, I have to focus in and I'll get a lot better with all my executions and all my skills on my whole skill set. So let's go over the first trade that we took today, and then we're going to talk a little bit more about blowing my first funded account. But I want to get into this trade recap, get it rolling, get you guys from a little bit from the funded to actual learning about something instead of me just yapping. So let's get into this. So we ended up having London lows all the way down here. First of all, let me show you the trade I took that with my reasoning behind a trade I took that I blew this account. So do you guys see this 4-hour bullish fair value gap that we have right here? That's actually low-key not even in. Oh, regardless, we have this 4-hour bullish fair value gap right here. We ended up tapping into it. I think it was like 3:30 in the morning. I had 3 NQ contracts, 3 micros, ready to bang this Johnson out. So let's go over it really quickly. So obviously, price draws into it. I had about like $1,200 at a drawdown. Obviously, we ended up making some sort of a move up. But regardless, when I woke up, I guess from here to here was a big enough move that it ended up liquidating my account out. So, I mean, it is what it is. I think it was more than 3 contracts, dude. I think I was in on like 5 cons or like something, dude. I was full porting anyways. I thought I was gonna wake up to possibly, you never know. But I didn't really care. We blew the account, woke up, got a new one, and now we've been trading on it. So regardless, not a big difference. It just sucks. We definitely learned a lot from that account, And I mean, we marked it out too on our notes. If we go back to our notes, I have to actually do all my notes for today. I haven't done that yet. We have actually taken 3 trades, not 1. Reset, blue funded, account number 2 now. So it is what it is. That's just how it goes. We're off to a pretty bad start on this month, but we ended up kind of taking not the greatest trade. So first things first, London low swept out. We get a reaction off of it. 2 minute fair value gap. Price drew back into it. I entered based off that. Price ended up chopping around and then ended up just stopping me out. I lost $280 on this trade right here. Once again, it's an eval, so I didn't actually lose 280. I mean, I'm sure you guys could put it together and figure it out. Regardless, we had break even, take profit 1 all the way up here. Unfortunately, price never ended up coming to that point. And we ended up having our final take profit right here, right at that high. Unfortunately, price did not end up coming above that point, and we got stopped out. So let's keep this going. Let's keep it moving forward. We ended up having a further move down. We ended up having a move down up to around 79 points. So that's pretty solid. I'm not even going to lie. I'm not even going to hold you right there. But definitely there was an opportunity for a short that we had going this way. And to be honest, my bias was bullish. And we were also within this hourly bullish fair value gap. So I had multiple confluences that we wanted to go long, and we really didn't. Price ended up making this move down. Almost swept out. I think this was weekly liquidity. I'm not even going to check. But I think it was another like daily low. Or I think it might have been, let's take a look at the hourly. I think it'll just pop up. Yep. So this was not weekly liquidity, but this was yesterday's daily low. So yeah, that was yesterday's daily low. So I low-key wanted to sweep that out before we saw a move higher. And I was still open to taking a long. Regardless, price ended up breaking structure to the upside on the 5-minute scale with this candle. So at that point, I was then looking for some type of retracement. And then we ended up having this 1 minute for value gap where price drew back into. Obviously, it respected it. Price ended up continuing further. But unfortunately, it respected it. And it had to come back down into it before price then decided to continue higher. But this candle, unfortunately, wicked me out of my position. So I didn't get anything. I made about $40 off this trade again because we're only down 200 on the day. And then let's go take a look at the trade that I ended up taking on, not ES, I'm sorry. I ended up taking an additional trade on M2K that I want to go over. So this trade on M2K that I ended up taking was basically the exact same trade that we saw on the Nasdaq, literally. I mean, we were within this. We took out London lows. Price ended up making a move up, and obviously we didn't respect any type of reaction out of that, which is super odd because normally, price kind of respects its own moves. So regardless, we have market open right here with the next candle going into market open. We could see we took out London highs. Price ended up making a move up, but it was chopping around. Obviously, when price is chopping around, you're not going to be looking for an entry or anything. Then price decided to make this move up. Price made this move up. We had this fair value gap right here. I got wicked into it. Within that same minute, I was at TP1, took off some contracts. I was $40 on the day. Let me quickly close my door, bro. All right. It is what it is. So, then we had price even go higher, but before it went higher, we came down and broke me out. So, unfortunately, yeah, that's where we're at on the day, and that's where we're at so far. The furthest I've ever been into my trading career is at 50,800. We're about $250 deep into this right now. Gonna keep going. I don't care. There's no stopping. This train's always gonna continue. But yeah, at the end of the day, I mean, we're moving forward. We're getting better on the daily. I mean, I know I'm getting better on the daily. I don't feel like any of the trades I've been taking are like terrible. Obviously, I could be waiting for better positions, but I mean, I have my rules that I kind of stick to, and I mean, I've been following them. Besides that fullport, obviously, boys, you guys, the people who have been watching me for a while, you guys obviously know I don't do that. So it is what it is. Unfortunately, this is where we're at right now. We're on the second funded. We're off to a slower start than I wanted, but to be honest, I don't really care. I would take as similar trade if I had the opportunity to do it once again. I know I should be possibly even waiting for candle closes here. Regardless, we have this 1 minute that wicked into it. We ended up having, we have this 2 minute and equilibrium. That the second price literally came into it, or on the 2 minute. I don't think we even closed inside. Yeah, no, we did it. We completely inversed that. The second that price ended up inversing that fair value gap. I think on the 3 minute, this is even worse. Yep, we ended up having this 3 minute inverse. So that's like straight to the downside. That ended up being a short play out of that. So it just is what it is. There's nothing I can do about it. So definitely good with my emotions. I just gotta keep going. Gotta journal all my trades. I'm gonna do that right after this video. But I will be back, boys. I will be back tomorrow, and we'll catch you from there.